Hello and welcome to another session of online Pilates. So make yourself some space at home. If you want to, you can do it in the garden if it's a nice day, or anywhere that you can find some space. You don't have to have a mat. You could use a towel. If instead of using the cushions, you could use a folded hand towel or some cushions or anything you've got to hand really. So when you've got what you need, just find yourself a little bit of space and we will get going. So we're going to start in the middle of the mat, up nice and tall. I'm going to stand onto one leg, lifting the other leg, and we're going to move the ankle up and down. As you're doing this, you are trying to draw in those tummy muscles, make yourself nice and tall. We're just starting to work on your balance on that standing leg and just getting the ankle moving on the other leg. Then we'll start to circle round. Nice big deep breaths whilst you're doing it. Change direction. Good, and then we'll pop that one down, swap on over to the other side. So lifting up again, drawing through your centre, make yourself nice and tall, ankle up and down. Circling round. And change direction. Lovely, then placing both feet down, about hip distance apart. If you're not sure, you can bring your feet together, then turn your toes out and your heels out, and that's about hip distance apart. From there, we're going to raise up onto your toes and lower back down. So again, we're drawing in through your centre. Imagine an imaginary piece of string pulling you up to the ceiling, making you nice and tall. Then we're really lengthening up through your body. And again, nice big deep breaths in and out. So you should start to feel that your calves get nice and warm. And then we're going to change to single leg. So swap it over to one side. You can pop your foot behind your ankle and then raise up onto your toes. If you need to, you can use your toes as a little bit of balance. Or if you want to pop your arms out for a bit of balance. Or hands behind your head. Anything that you find helps. Sometimes holding the air on the air on the opposite side is useful. It's okay if you're having a wobbly day, some days you do. And some days it feels a bit harder. If you need to, you can hang on to something. Lovely, and back into the middle. Just give your ankles and your feet a little bit of a shake off and just give your body a little bit of a shake off. Then we're going to give your legs a little bit of a stretch. So we're going to turn to the side. We're going to bring your right leg in front. Keep your left heel down and back. And then we're going to squeeze forwards. So we want that back foot to be as straight as you can make it. Again, pulling in through your tummy muscles. Lifting your chest. Nice big deep breaths. So every time you're breathing out, you're trying to just increase that stretch a little bit. So we're going to hold it for about 20 seconds. And then we're going to swap over to the other side. So again, foot as straight as you can make it, that back leg. Lifting through your chest. Keep the back knee straight. Big squeeze coming forwards. And then we're going to do one more on each side. So again, back foot as straight as you can make it. Sometimes it makes you feel a bit wobbly, but once you get that position, you should feel okay. And then swapping over again. So again, tummy muscles in, shoulders back. Big breath, squeeze forward every time you're breathing out, a little bit of an extra squeeze. And then we're going to come back into the middle. So now we're going to start to move the knees and the hips a little bit. So we're going to do some heel flicks, bringing your heels up towards your bottom. And then we're going to squeeze your knee up and into your chest. So again, trying to have good balance as you swap over side to side. So initially we're just moving And then we're going to start to hold it, have a little bit of a bigger stretch through. So we're going to hold it up at the top, give it a good squeeze in. Again, you can move your ankle up and down, circle round, and then swap over. So good squeeze up, ankle up and down if you want to, circling round. Try again to keep your chest lifted, shoulders back, and then swapping over. This time we're going to bring it up and out to the side. So trying to keep pelvis forwards, and then up and across your chest. And then swapping over again. So up and out, and up and across. Lovely, then we're going to place your foot on your opposite knee. We're going to bend through the knee, again drawing your tummy muscles, push your hands together for a little bit of balance, let the knee open out to the side, chest lifted. Again, every time you're breathing out, you can try and sink down a little bit more. And then we're going to swap over to the side. So sinking down. Good, and swap again. Sinking down. And swap again. And then back into the centre, up nice and tall. Again, give your legs a little bit of a stretch. Then we're going to give your quads a stretch. We're going to bring your heel to your bottom. So again, tummy muscles in, try and lift your chest, squeeze those knees together. And then we'll swap over to the other side. So again, knees together, squeeze your bottom muscles, push hips forwards. Big breaths again. And swapping over again. So if you do have your heel to your bottom, you're trying to really draw the leg underneath you rather than it being in front of the leg. Try and really draw it underneath you, lift your chest. And then we'll swap over to the side. Big breath, big squeeze. And then coming back into the middle. Again, give your legs a little bit of a shake. Give your body a shake off. Just give your upper body a little bit of a move as well now. Just going to pop your hands onto your shoulders, circling forwards. And then backwards. So really open out as much as you can. Tummy muscles in, shoulders back. Nice long arms, reaching up, circling round. Try and bring your arms as close into your ears as you can. And then backwards, so thumbs up, open backwards, really reach behind. You may feel some clicking and clunking. If you do, it's absolutely fine, as long as there's no pain associated. It doesn't matter. It's good to get those joints and the muscles and tendons all moving. And then we're going to do one arm up, one arm down. And then we're going to lift the opposite heel and switching over. So again, we're trying to pull in through those tummy muscles, make yourself nice and tall. And then we're going to bring both arms up, pushing your fingertips up to the ceiling, have a big stretch through. Then we're going to lean across to the side and across to the other side. So you're trying to really keep the length through your arms and through your upper body. And then back into the centre, round your upper back, drop your head down. And then arms up to the ceiling. Looking up to your hands this time, pushing the palms of the hands up to the ceiling. And then bring the arms down, open out behind. So you can either just open out and have a look up, or you can link your hands behind and have a look up. And then back into the centre. Then give everything a little bit of a shake off. So this time I'm going to bring the arm across in front. It's going to have your palm up. You're not going to be on the joint, so not on the elbow or the wrist. Just between palm up and reaching across in front of your body. And then we're going to swap over to the other side. Again, nice big deep breath, tummy muscles in. And swap again. And again. Then we're going to bring the arm over, behind, reaching down between your shoulder blades. Hand onto the elbow, give it a good stretch down. Again, every time you're breathing out, just see if you can just increase that stretch a little bit. And swap over. Again, big reach down. And swap again. And again. Then bring both arms up, all the way around. Again, have a bit of a shake off. So this time we're going to tuck your elbows. You want your elbows to be kind of supinely to your side, palms up. And we're going to open the palms and the arms out to the side. So trying to see if we can keep those elbows in. Again, up nice and tall through the rest of your body. Pushing out each time a little bit further if you can. And then we're going to hold out to the side, and we're going to do palms down and up. So again, we're still trying to keep those elbows in, moving up and down. And then from there, palms up, coming out to the side, turning back as far as you can. And then round to the front. All the way up and back. And then round to the front. Then from there, both arms up again and side bend. This time we're going to bring the leg across, so the leg comes across in the same direction as the arms. And then up and over, back to the centre, swap over again, bring the leg over. Back into the centre and bring the arms down. Nice big deep breath and relax. So from there we're going to move to the end of the mat. So we're going to come to the end if you have your mat. If not, you can just move yourself round, up nice and tall, and you're going to tuck your chin and roll down towards your toes. So we're going to try and hang down at the bottom. Just let everything go, so no tension through your head and neck, through your shoulders. And then we're going to roll back up, so nice and slowly, all the way up, making yourself tall, bringing in those tummy muscles. Then we're going to pop your hands into your lower back, squeeze your elbows together, and then arch backwards. Back into the middle, and then tuck again, rolling forwards. Let everything hang down again. And then we're going to sway round to the sides. If you want to, you can just stay in the middle if you don't. So again, just take your time, breathe, release all that tension, rolling up nice and slowly. The hands up to the ceiling and then arching backwards. the centre. This time we're going to roll all the way down, and then we're going to walk your hands forward, and we're going to hold a high plank position. So from here we're going to draw your tummy muscles in, head and neck nice and long, lifting through your chest. You can claw through your fingers a little bit so that you're really taking some pressure off your wrists, and then we're going to hold that high plank position. So we don't want your bottom up here, and we don't want you to be kind of bananaed like that, so we want to be in that nice high plank position, nice and straight, from your ankles to your knees through to your hips. And then from there we're going to rest down, have a little breather for a second. So at this point, if you want to get a cushion or a folded towel to pop underneath your knees, that will just give your knees a little bit of protection, slightly softer surface to be leaning onto. So from here we're going to go back into that high plank position, and then this time we're going to heel lift. So again, up nice and tall, nice and straight, so we don't want to be down here and we don't want to be up here. So in the centre, and then we're going to lift and keep the heels lifted. So breathing as you're doing it. And then resting down. So we're going to bring the knees apart, toes together, having a stretch back, head down towards the mat. You're going to try to let your bottom come down towards your heels, reach the fingertips away. So whilst you're down there, some nice big deep breaths. And then when you're ready, slowly come in and back up. So this time we're going to have your hips over your knees, your toes curled under. You're going to pop your hands in front of your shoulders. And we are going to then lift through those tummy muscles, keeping your head and neck nice and long. We're going to push the ground away from you and just hover the knees above the ground. So it's a very small lift. It doesn't have to be a big lift. But again, as we lift, we're trying to keep the hips directly over the knees. So sometimes when people lift, they kind of come forwards or they lift too high. So it's just a very small lift. Keep that same position. And then we're going to hold at the top and we're going to lift the heels. And then resting down. Again, have a little stretch back. So knees separated, reaching back, head down. And then coming back up. So same start position, hands in front of the knees, knees over the hips, toes curled under. So this time we're going to do the hover and then we're going to glide forwards. So you come to that high plank position and then all the way back and forwards again. So again, when you get to that high plank position, we don't want to be up here, we don't want to be down here. So just nice and long and then coming back. Good. Keep moving through. And we're going to come back and rest down. So we're going to sit back with your toes curled under, have a little bit of a stretch. If you find this difficult for your knees, you can pop again a cushion or a small block between the backs of your legs and your calf to be able to sit back. So then you sit up nice and tall, arms down, and then we're just going to rotate round. Nice free movement. So again, big breaths as you're moving. So you should be getting a good stretch through your feet. And then we're going to rest down with the feet flat. Have a little sit down. Now we're going to drop your head down and round through your upper back. So really round as much as you can, push the hands away. And then coming back into the centre. So back up again. We'll give your wrists a little bit of a move. So you're going to bring the hands together, circle them round. Good. And then we can change direction. And then we're going to bring the palms together, so heels of the hands pushing together, fingertips together. Again, nice and long through your fingers, and then draw your elbows out to the side as you pull those hands down. Again, chest lifted, shoulders back. Big breaths. And then we're going to bring the hands down. So we're going to tuck your thumbs in, wrap your fingers round, bring the arms down by your side, and then working the wrists up and down. Then we're going to pop the hands down. Again, fingertips nice and long, and then we're going to work forwards and backwards over your wrists. So you may find that you can only move a small little bit forwards or backwards. You may find that as soon as you come forwards it feels uncomfortable or feels very tight. That's fine, you can just hold it there. If you'd rather than moving, if it feels okay, you can move a little bit. And then you're going to circle round, so lean your body round, all the way around, pushing through as much as you can. And then we'll change direction. And then we're going to turn your hands to the side. So fingertips out to the side again, try and keep your fingers flat, and then you're going to move your weight side to side. And again, as much as you feel comfortable with, you don't have to push it to a level that feels like it's too uncomfortable. It should just be a fairly comfortable, bearable stretch. And then we're going to turn your hands back. So again, you may only come to here, you may only come to here, wherever you get to is fine. Turn them around and then draw your body back away from the wrists and then forwards and away. So again, if you want to, you can just hold it for a stretch wherever you're comfortable, or you can move through. Always try to learn to listen to your body and see what feels right. Nice big deep breath if you're holding. And then coming back up, give your wrists a little bit of a shake off. And then we're going to come down again into that position, so back down to all fours. This time we're going to thread the needle. So we're going to bring one hand underneath, let the elbow bend, bring your head all the way down onto the ground. Reach through as much as you can. Hold it there for a couple of nice big deep breaths. And then when you're ready, we're going to open round, all the way around up to the ceiling and back underneath. So again, with this one, you can move at your own pace, so if you'd rather move a little bit quicker, so long as you're really getting to the end of those movements, that's absolutely fine. Or if you'd rather, you can come underneath and hold it, breathe, and then open round when you're ready. So whichever works for you. Or you can do a combination of both. And we'll swap over to the side, so go and reach underneath. A couple of big deep breaths. Opening round when you're ready. And back underneath. Again, move a little bit quicker if you want to. Or move slower. And then we're going to come back to the centre. So from there we are going to round through your upper back. So you're going to really draw your belly button in towards your spine, look towards your belly button, and then arch your back, look up towards the ceiling through the top of your eyebrows, push your bottom out, and then round and arch. Round and arch. So really trying to extend those movements in both directions. So as you come up, you squeeze the shoulder blades together, and then you let them separate as you round. And then you're just going to give your bum a little bit of a wiggle side to side. And then again from there, separating those knees, draw backwards, reach your hands forwards. And from there, we're going to have a roll over onto your side. So we're going to use a thin cushion or a folded hand towel. I'm going to pop it between your ear and your shoulder, having a lie down, arm out nice and long, pop the cushion in. And then from there, we want your legs to be in line with your body. So as straight as you can make yourself, top arm along, lift through your waist. So we're trying to create a little gap through your underneath side, and then from there we're going to lift your top leg just to hip height, point your toes and circle forwards. So as you're doing this, you want everything else to be as still as possible. And then we're going to lift the toes and we're going to circle backwards. So again, you can draw your shoulder blades together, try and draw in those tummy muscles, but relax through your upper body. Try and keep as still as you can. And then we're going to point again, we're going to circle forwards. So the movement comes from the hip, and you're trying to make that leg as long as you can. Then we're going to lift the toes again, circle backwards. Draw the sole of the foot away. And then we're going to rest down from there. Then we're going to lift both legs and lower both legs. So lift both legs and lower both legs. So again, draw it in from your centre, trying to gain that stability. Lift and lower. So ideally with your breathing, we're breathing in to prepare and then out as we lift those legs. In to come back down, out as we lift the legs. And then we're going to hold them at the top. We're going to do swimming kick legs. So pointing your toes, kicking through from the hips. Drawing in again through your centre. And then resting both legs down. From there, we're going to push yourself up on your side. We're going to do a side lift. So one arm out, legs bent, so the top leg comes in front of the bottom one. Lift your chest, arm behind. So again, nice big deep breath in to prepare. As we're breathing out, we're going to push through those legs, arm up and over, create the C shape, and your arm should be as close to your ear as you can make it, coming right over. Lower yourself back down. And again, big breath, pushing through, up and over. Try and keep your chest pointing towards the front. And then lower down. So what you don't want to do is look down. If you look down, you're more likely to feel like you're going to fall forward. So try and really squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your chest, look forwards. Big breath, off we go again. and back down. One more. Squeeze through and lower yourself down. We'll swap over to the side. So again, thin block or cushion. We'll have a lie down on your side. Thin block in between ear and shoulder, legs out nice and long. Lifting that top leg just to hip height, pointing your toes and circle forwards. Trying to create that gap, keep that gap underneath your side. Relaxing through your upper body. I'm going to lift the toes and circle backwards. And then point your toes, come forwards again. And lift the toes, circle backwards. Resting down and then lifting both legs and lower both legs. So again, draw those shoulder blades together, open through your chest, lift and lower. And then kicking through from the leg, swimming kick leg. Drawing in through your centre, shoulders together, shoulder blades. And then from there we're going to rest down again, prop yourself up on your side. So from here, arm out, shoulders back, chest lifted. Big breath, breathing in to prepare. As you breathe out, pushing up and over. Create that C shape. And lower that down. And again, big breath. Good. So again, looking forwards, chest forwards. Push the legs straight, create that C shape. And again. Lower that down. We're going to have a lie onto your back. So again, use a pin block or a folded towel or cushion to go underneath the back of your head. So we're going to have a lie onto your back with your thin cushion in, knees bent, feet flat. We're going to do some pelvic tilts, so flattening through your lower back and then release away. And again, flatten and release. So you can use your hands, so if you put your fingertips on your bony bits of your pelvis and your thumb kind of above your belly button, you'll create a little kind of triangle, and then from there you can feel that triangle pointing towards you and then pushing away, and just feel that movement coming through. So try and push each end of that movement. Your bottom shouldn't be lifting up. Sometimes that's a mistake people make. And I'm going to find that mid position, so about halfway between either ends of those movements. And then from there we're going to let your arms rest down. We're going to bring your right leg into tabletop. So knee over your hip, shin parallel to the ground. And then from there we're going to reach your leg away, so about 45 degrees from the ground, and then back into that tabletop position. So reach and back in. Reach and back in. So again, we're trying to breathe in to prepare for that movement. Breathe out as we reach the leg away. Breathe in. Breathe out. So what we're going to do then is we're going to add an opposite arm lift overhead. So the arm's going to come up to the ceiling, reaching, try and lift through your shoulder blade, reach up to the ceiling. As the arm comes away, the leg comes away, bring the arm away. So reach and reach. Make your body as long as you can. Good, one more. Then we come back to tabletop, we lower down, and then we're going to swap over to the side. So again, just check your position. Pelvic tilts first. Find that mid position. And then we'll bring your left leg into tabletop. So again, knee over your hip, shin parallel to the ground. Big breath in, as you're breathing out, reach the leg away, about 45 degrees from the ground, and back in. Reach, and back in. So imagine you're making that leg as long as you possibly can, as if you're going to press an imaginary button as you reach your leg away. Breathe in, relaxing through your upper body. And then we're going to bring the opposite arm up to the ceiling. Big breath in, as you breathe out, reaching away, arm overhead. Coming back in. Reach. And then back into the centre and lower down. We're going to hook your knees into your chest, give them a big squeeze in, bring your head up to meet. And then pop your head down, hands on your knees, just circling round through your lower back. And change direction. And then from there, resting your feet down, nice big deep breath, and relax. So from there, we're going to stretch away one leg, make it nice and long. Then we're going to draw the knee into the chest, give it a good squeeze in. So nice big deep breaths in, squeeze in. And then up and out to the side. So all the time we're trying to push this leg down into the ground. And then up and across towards the opposite shoulder. And then we're going to straighten your leg up towards the ceiling. So hands behind the back of your knee, straighten up towards the ceiling, moving your ankle up and down. So want your hip to be at 90 and stay there. And then the hands are going to be behind, just supporting the back of the leg. Again, every time you're breathing out, you're just trying to see if you can increase that stretch a little bit, and then circle round and change direction. And then from there, slide your leg away, bring the other leg up, squeeze your knee into your chest, push the other leg down into the mat. And then up and out to the sides again, leg pushing down, opposite leg pushing down into the mat or the ground. And then up and across your body, drawing it up, give it a good squeeze in. And then hands behind the back of your knees, straightening up towards the ceiling, ankle up and down. And relax through your shoulders, your upper body. And then we'll circle round through the ankle and change direction. And then bring the leg down. So we're going to pop one ankle onto the opposite ankle, and then we're going to put your hands through the gap round the back of your leg. Again, drawing the thigh in towards the chest. You can either use your elbow pushing away, or you can pop your hand on the inside of your knee. And you're trying to draw one leg in towards the chest, and then the leg with the ankle on the knee, pushing that knee away. So you should feel a good stretch from the back of your glutes, your bottom muscles. Nice big deep breath, pushing away as you can. With the breath out. And then we'll swap over to the other side. So ankle into your opposite knee, draw your thigh in, push away with the elbow or with your hand. Big breath. As you breathe out, try and increase that stretch. And again, then we'll hug both knees in towards your chest and bring your head up to meet. Coming back down, this time we're going to stretch your legs away. Nice and long, arms overhead. Nice big deep breath in. Breathing out. Just going to stay here for a couple of breaths. And then coming back in to the centre. So this time we're going to pop our hands behind the back of your head. Your elbows are going to stay out to the side. So often what the mistake people make is that as you start to lift, the elbows come across in front of the face and they really pull on the back of the neck. That's not what we want to happen. So we want the chin to stay tucked in, nice length through the back of the neck. Keep the elbows out, and then from there we're going to lift, look up to the ceiling, up above your knees area, and then lower down. Lift and lower. So we're drawing in through your centre, keep the elbows back. So again, as you're breathing in to prepare, then you breathe out to come up. In, out. Good. Keep breathing, keep lifting. And then we're going to hold at the top and we're going to do some little pulses. So again, we want the elbows to stay back, don't pull them across in front of your face. Just drawing in through your centre, keep lifting and pulsing. And then we're going to lower down. We're going to keep your left hand behind the back of your head and your right hand is going to reach down. So you lift it off the ground and you're going to reach towards your heel. So we're trying to create some energy through this arm, so lift and reach, and then the shoulder is going to come across towards your opposite hip and then lower down. But again, as the arm comes across, we don't want the elbow to come right across in front of your face. So it's a lift and across. So you're really working through your obliques, your waist muscles. Keep that energy through the other arm, reaching towards your heel. And we'll hold at the top, and then we're going to hold it and circle the arm that's nice and long. So circle, change direction, and then come back into the centre, lower down. Swap over, so other arm behind the head, lift this arm, reach towards the heel, nice energy through the arm, keep the elbow back, coming across, lower down. Again, breathing in to prepare. To come down and then out as you come up and across. Good. And then we're going to hold at the top and we're going to circle through the arm. Again, making the arm as long as you can. Change direction. And then from there, lower yourself down. Again, long arms, long legs, big stretch for your body. And then curling your knees into your chest. And back down. So from there, we're going to have a roll onto your side. I'm going to push yourself up and around. Tuck your toes underneath. Big breath in. As you're breathing out, you're going to tuck your chin in towards your chest. Look towards your belly button, straighten your legs. Fingertips down if you can, with the legs straight. If you can't, bring them onto the shins just to hold on for a little bit of support. Lose any tension through your head and neck. Big stretch through the back of your legs. And then from there, we're going to lift one heel and then the other, walking through the backs of the legs. And then we're going to tuck your chin and slowly roll all the way up. Up to the top, up nice and tall. Arms out by your side. We're just going to close your eyes and just take a few big deep breaths. Last one, big breath. And then from there, we're going to bring your arms round, reach up to the ceiling and back down. And again, big breath, reach and down, reach and down. One more. And then from there, dropping your arms down. And you've done it. So you've hopefully had a great workout just to get your body moving, and hopefully everything will feel nice and loose now. Remember, you can do this as often as you want to. It would be great if you can fit it in every day or every other day. Fit it in with lots of other things as well. Just go for a walk, see how you feel. Make sure you make time to, make some time for you and do your exercise. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you, bye. And you've done it. So hopefully you'll feel nice and loose now, like you've had a good move. If you can, try and fit this in every day at home if you can. If not, maybe every other day. At least once a week will be great. You can try and do some other activities as well, maybe go for a walk, try and do a little HIIT session, even if it's just some things around the house, so some step-ups, up and down the stairs, out in the garden, have a little bit of a bend and a move. It's just good to get your body moving. That's what we like to do, that's what our bodies are meant to do. So try and do as much as you can, and hopefully you've enjoyed this session, and I will see you again soon. Thanks very much, bye!